Good morning. As you know, we work diligently to keep the information that we provide to you and the encouragement that we provide to you relevant to today's topics. And I've got to tell you, without a doubt, the most relevant issue that we have seen come into our offices in the last few weeks is that of anxiety. So I know that we're going to be talking about a subject this morning that is relevant to you. So really quickly, I'm just going to cover a few of the symptoms of anxiety. I'm going to give you just a few tools, and then I'm going to give you a link to a blog that was just written this morning that has a long list of toolkits of tools to use in your toolbox, that is, so that you can get a grip. We titled the blog, How to Be Anxious About Nothing When I'm Anxious About Everything, and it truly is a tough struggle for so many people right now. So what are some of the symptoms of anxiety? First of all, I just want to validate that there are genuine physical symptoms to anxiety. That is not in your head. You really are experiencing, in the midst of anxiety or panic attack, a more rapid heartbeat, sweating, nausea, headache, dizziness. Some people experience some tingling. There's a whole variety, a cascade of physical symptoms that you genuinely do experience. And as you know, when you experience those, they're so intimidating that they cause you to feel that there's something terribly wrong in your body. The most common fear is that of a heart attack because the chest pain can be so intense. It lands many people in the emergency rooms, spending thousands of dollars on tests to rule that out. So I'll validate that genuine physical symptom, but then also encourage you, yes, go ahead and go to the doctor if you have not already been, and go ahead and rule out those physical symptoms so that that is out of your mind and you have the evidence that indeed that is not what is going on. And so go ahead and rule that out. If you need to go to your family physician or whoever you are already acquainted with and allow them to be a partner with you in this process. Then, if they indeed rule out any physical symptom of genuine concern, then let's embrace this thing as anxiety. Call it what it is, and that will give you much power in diminishing it. That's just my anxiety. That's just my brain playing tricks on me. So, I'm also going to give you a couple of other steps. This will seem like a simple thing, but very important to know. If you're enjoying that great morning pick-me-up caffeinated coffee, it's time to let it go. If you're enjoying that afternoon caffeinated sweet tea or the best chocolate dessert ever, it's time right now to let those go because a stimulant is just going to make this worse. And though you may be tempted to take on the alcohol as an effort to calm down your symptoms, I'm going to challenge you to be careful there as well, because anxiety and depression are sisters. They like hanging out together. And alcohol is a depressant. So we don't want to make one thing worse in an effort to make one thing better. So let's avoid the things on the extremes. Let's avoid the stimulants, let's avoid the depressants, and just use some of the tools that we know are not going to have any side effects to you, okay? Now, again, back on the blog, I'm going to put the URL for that attached to this video, but there's going to be 10 different steps of just practical things that are going to help you get a better grip on anxiety. But the last thing that I want to share with you in the video is tell yourself the truth. The thing with anxiety is that it takes some slivers of truth and then turns them up too high. It turns truth into an exaggerated form of truth, often a catastrophic form of truth. And you know what that means? It turns truth into a lie. You're no longer telling yourself the truth. And the things that we think lead to our emotions, lead to our behaviors. So if you're doing some things that seem irrational to other people and you're feeling some emotions that are very discomforting to you, you want to track it back to your thoughts, in particular in these anxious thoughts, and dissect them. Be willing to look at them. You're going to have a hard time just doing that in your brain. You're going to need to write them out and then test them against God's Word. Test them against what He thinks about the truth. What is the truth? Because if you're feeling anxious, I can almost guarantee you You have a turned up version of the truth, an exaggerated truth, absolute thinking, catastrophic thinking, and it is fueling a cascade of very real but very crippling physical symptoms and emotions. You don't have to stay stuck there. If I'm speaking to you and you're trying to use some of the tools that I'm describing in the video, and you've went through the blog and used everything you know to do, and you're still stuck, don't stay there much longer. Go ahead and reach out for help. There is help for this. There are tools that can help you along the way, but oftentimes you're going to need a partner in the journey. Hang on. Don't give up. You can be less anxious. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.